Hey there guys, this is Pharaoh2091 and welcome back to Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. Last time we left off, we finished up the security room. Wasn't that bad for me. And we were taking a look at the security files from Golem's, if you want to say his cache. And we're just trying to look and see if we can find any information through the video feeds. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Temioji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. Why? I staggered, my balance gone. Oh, what? Wow, hey, are you alright? What's going on? What? Why is she talking like that? Oh no. Quark said the same thing, like you guys are talking so fast. We're infected now too? I can still make out a little bit what she's saying, so you really don't look so good. Your skin's all pale, maybe you should sit down for a minute. She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. What? Come on, say something. Are you there? Your eyes look kinda... What? Kinda blank. Why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait... Could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. Wait, hey Sigma, what the heck is up with you? Look there as a... What? Why don't you lie down for a bit? I kind of see the portion there. I was looking to make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Phi, who had been sitting in front of me, one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again. And she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they got lost and found?
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must just be getting tired or something. Kind of surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6. But I didn't want to worry Phi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
Where are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Golem's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right? That looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's Kay.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
Not really sure that's how... Turning to CSI here, just you can only have a certain amount of resolution, and I kind of doubt we can get that much out of it. But then again, never know. Technology is always advancing. 21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait. How do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh. Someone's coming in. Luna! Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell's this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Sound like, booting up a modem back in the good old dial-up days. Oh boy, dial-up internet. If you guys never experienced it, then you guys are kind of lucky. God, things were slow, and can't get on the phone, or else you get kicked off the internet. Good times. Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey! They're gone! As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another... Oh, no, you said that this is it.
Yeah. This is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
Like what?
The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. Ah. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
Yep, there's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter a room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hour 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems immediately likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio exits the room. 0 hours 13 minutes 10 seconds, Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours 29 minutes, Kay enters a frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 21, 0021, the remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... Oh! I get to choose? Well... Does it really matter who I choose? I mean... Well... To me... If we assume Kay is telling the truth, then we say it can't be him. But Dio, he lied, saying that he stayed there the whole entire time. Like, he's trying to cover up for something. And Clover, I mean, yeah, she was, like, really aggressively questioning. But I don't know. You know, I'm probably just going to go over the obvious answer here, I'm at least to me, and I'm just going to go ahead and say Dio. Dio.
What makes you so sure?
He was up to something in there.
And you think that something was killing Luna?
Yeah.
It's not a very strong argument.
I know, but it's gut feeling, if you want to say, although it could be totally wrong. Who do you think it is?
Right now, the most likely suspect is Clover.
Why? Luna could have still been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either one of them could have killed Luna too.
That is true. This footage isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then she starts to look a lot more guilty.
And what is that other thing?
What Dio said to us at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to go into the White Doors, right? You told him you wouldn't leave 3 people behind to die. What did Dio say to you?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He would only have said that if he knew that only 2 of us would be going through the door. Do you understand?
Dio knew that we had Luna's bracelet, which would mean he also knew that she was dead, right?
Exactly. If he hadn't known she was dead, he would have said something else. He would have objected the moment Kay suggested we go through the door.
That's impossible. How they're supposed to get through without Luna?
But he said nothing. Almost as if he never expected her to be there in the first place. Now why would he do that? I can think of 2 reasonable explanations. Either Luna was already dead when Dio entered room 2 in the crew quarters, or he killed her himself. If the latter was correct, however, I suspect he would have behaved differently. If Dio had killed Luna, he would have made sure to do something that he thought would cast suspicion off of himself. Most likely, he would have asked about her absence.
Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the White Doors without her.
Although it clearly wouldn't provide an ironclad alibi, I imagine he'd think it would make him less suspicious. That's why it's relevant that he said nothing about Luna. Of course, this doesn't mean he's innocent of killing her, but it does make it seem a lot less likely. So, if what I'm saying is correct, what does it mean?
That when Dio entered her room, Luna was already dead.
Exactly. Clover also has a motive.
You mean whatever it was that Alice noticed?
Yeah. The movement of the AB rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off, or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door. She would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No. Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zero Senior's identity.
Still unknown.
Okay, well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not gonna know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so too, but God knows if it's a likely thing or not. We didn't see them go into the doors yet, so that's damn. Time just flew by. I wonder if anything changes if I accuse anyone else, or maybe I was supposed to choose the right one. Maybe it was a little naive, the Big Dio, but I just don't. I can't trust him regardless of anything he says. Well, maybe sooner or later we'll figure out everything, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, really. Don't know what else to say there. So back into Warehouse A. Maybe we'll meet up with Dio and Kay, find out maybe about Clover, Temioji, and Quark, who knows. No one's here.
Yeah. Alright, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah. Okay, time for another search party. Ah, we just got there. Alright, well, we gotta take a look around. Oh boy, let's just hope everything's okay. If the music suddenly stops or something, music changes, then you know it can't be that good. So far, so good.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Got it. 1. Doesn't seem like anything. And 2, which is where Alice and Luna should be. Oh, there's Alice. Alice. Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just a strange, cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Well, except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
Man, okay, up close.
You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't going to help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. If I turned and headed for the door at the far end, I heaved myself up the wall and followed. She really got in my face, like, come on, pick yourself up. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh boy. So we got the infirmary. What else is here on the first floor? The lounge and... Oh, the music. The music! I don't like this. Don't like it at all. What? Okay. The first thing I felt was that strange, cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up to my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What?
The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why?
Look. See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
Oh god. Ugh. There's a cut on Tamioji's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something. Something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
Penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. If someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them, they didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You find something?
Yeah.
Phi bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. Cyan bracelet. That's Quark's. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no. Hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No. No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma. Calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
But...
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope?
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean a bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Jr. just told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, it's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be.
Really? So you're saying this is what we want to happen?
That's enough!
Get out of my face.
Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenmyoji weren't innocent and I deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Clues.
What kind of clues?
To who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killers saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Phi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke, and began to gingerly examine her corpse. And after a moment, I saw her hand stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. It must be Tenmyoji's.
It says 016.
Or if you take it the other way around, it says 910. If you want to take a look at that, I don't know. What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016.
Did we see it somewhere?
I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do, folks, is I know you can't see it right now. I'm just gonna quickly do this real quick. I wrote down 016 in a separate box in my memo in case we come across it later on.
Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the Soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe. But the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
I don't think that's a 6. I have an idea, but then again, it seems obvious, but I don't know. Damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a damn mystery. Like, what about that old woman we found? Who killed her? And then the movement of the AB rooms makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped a knife up in a handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Phi, give me something, anything. A clue, a hint, come on, you've got to find something, you have something, right?
The luminol.
What?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how's that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle with whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No, wait. You're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow's really faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room! Phi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Ooh, this seems like a good place to stop because it's 36 minutes. I really gotta stop the episode here. God. I'm not sure how much longer is left though. See, this is the issue of doing things blind. You just don't know where to stop. And I can stop before like something really big or something that's super not important. It all really depends. So I am going to stop the episode here. Like whenever we gain control again. And just take it from there. I can't imagine them being... I can't imagine there being much more left to this path, if you want to say. But once again, you can't be super sure. So, is it gonna give me text before I find something, or... I'm hoping. Please. Come on. Well... Screw it, I'm just gonna continue on. No, never mind. Everyone's dead. Who the hell got enough power to do that? My God. Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think. Was laughter in a situation a defensive response designed to protect the brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death. But when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats of on the edge of death. Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated, and only Species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from Species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear to ecstasy. I guess that means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Sr. being the 10th person. There's no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We've gone through the White Door, explored the security office, solved puzzles, all of it together. No, wait. There had been one time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the round trip took about a minute, and she killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have been only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes? 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I haven't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded. Probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey, what you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah, 2 things actually.
Oh?
Take a look at this.
A knife?
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons? Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is a knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound. Kind of forgot about that, honestly, but yeah, I guess that's right.
Right. Well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they match, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So, Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, then why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found two things. There was the knife and... this.
Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
That's exactly what I thought when we first saw the key, and I'm like, wait, that looks like it could open it. Oh yeah! So that's it! It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But...
It's no good. Can't get it open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
You're saying it's shorted the suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look,
What is it?
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Temioji had.
Yeah.
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why not?
Kay might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you gonna check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it.
Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman Alice and Temioji.
Right.
Well, not Alice being the old woman, but just the old woman, Alice, and Temioji. Man. Do you remember what Temioji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Temioji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
And who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of Species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
All of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening here? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened a gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. That's a little weird, though. I mean, it can only be Quark, right? Everyone else is dead. And I don't know if Zero Senior, well, no, if we assume it's Dio, then who's ever controlling everything can it even be opened automatically like that? Oh boy, this makes my head kind of hurt now. There's so much going on, and God knows if I know what to believe. Oh, but there's so much more of this game. It's amazing. Man, the writing must have been insane for this. And I really gotta stop the episodes. I'm already like 52 minutes in. But I can't find a good stopping point. I was supposed to stop 20 minutes ago, but then, like, I made a discovery. I'm like, I can't stop. I don't want to stop. Damn it! There's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when you searched them.
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all that. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe.
That's impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Oh. Alright, let's go find him then.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? Floor B warehouse. Ah! The room Dio and Kane investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark might be there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move. It's very possible I may just split this episode into 2, just not have my usual intro and outro. The door says director's office.
Probably belongs to the director.
I hope it has one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I've always wanted to sit on one of those and say stuff like action or cut or double decaf chai soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah! Aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna open it.
You don't need to keep asking me if...
Now, we've been here before. It's where... Oh, there's a creepy music again. This is where we got the, code from the mysterious man, apparently, who... Oh, there was a computer we never used. Huh?
There's no one here.
That computer's been turned on.
Yeah. Maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting...
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and a password.
We probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure. I'll give it a shot.
What the hell's up with this lion-eating passwords?
Yeah, just as I thought.
KSDA4I... What?
Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
Fi turned and headed off toward a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay. I found myself staring at the screen. Lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento Mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then, maybe... Memento Mori? Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. What the hell's that? Did we ever see this scene? Or this? I'm so confused. Remember one solo. What? What do you want me to do here? Honestly? Huh? Wait. No. No. Maybe I'm still a little confused here, guys, because... What the hell am I trying to... Man, my brain is off. I still can't think of anything. I'm assuming if they give us the 9 slots, or... Because they had 9 slots for each ID and pass, I can't think of anything. I'm putting in remember Memento Mori and Remember Death and Lion, Sun, nothing. It doesn't work. Like, it doesn't fit. I can try a couple stuff, I don't know. Like I say, remember I don't know. Error. I don't... See, another thing, too, is that because, like, we had all those scenes where there was, like, a lot of stuff we haven't even seen before, it makes me wonder that we are not even supposed to know this right now. What happens if I go back? I don't know. Maybe she can help us. No, I just left. It was no good. I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. Maybe I just messed up right now. I don't know. To be continued. Well, this is going in the last episode. I don't care. So this is still episode... What is this right now? 43? Screw it. I was right there. I'll add on to it. That's that. So it's one of those to be continued endings where I still need something in order to gain more access. So let me check here. Or does it? No, go back. Go. Oopsie daisy. I did it again. Every time I click return, it starts up the game again, and God knows I don't want that. Why can't I skip all this? Come on. This is just the intro. Is there something new supposed to happen here? There we go. No, stop. Stop. Okay. No, stop. For God's sakes. Okay, flow. So, it's right here. Director's office solved the mystery of the two-headed lion. I honestly don't think that we can go back and do this just yet. I don't think we solved the mystery yet, because I have a feeling that we had to see all those other scenes first, and before we can actually figure it out. So, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, okay then. I guess that's that, but, okay, so this is going to be the ending. Forgive what I mentioned in the last episode, but, I was an episode off here, and next time I will go back into, I guess, this section, and I guess choose to betray, Luna, and take it from there, I guess. Who knows. So as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. I'll see you guys later.